All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're not just telling you a story. No, we're doing something different. We are booting up an operating system, and it's not just any OS. It's yours.
Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't something you just watch or read. You are the one at the controls. You're the core operator of this incredibly powerful system designed for both creativity and, believe it or not, deep learning.
So here's our roadmap for this boot up sequence. First, we'll welcome you to your new OS. Then, we'll get into the most critical rule, the 3-layer firewall. After that, we'll explore the 2 main engines, the Cannon and the Study Engine. And finally, we're going to hand the keys right over to you, the architect. So what exactly is the DUA source system? Well, think of it like a brand new dual-core processor for your mind. It's built to do 2 things at once, perfectly. Help you build amazing fictional worlds and help you master really complex real-world subjects.
Okay, let's break down what that actually means. The DUA source system runs on 2 parallel streams that are constantly working together. On one side, you have the OX Cannon. That's your gateway to this massive universe of science fiction, lore, and story. And on the other, you have the Study Engine, which is basically a personal tutor for real-world academics. The whole point is that these 2 streams feed into each other, creating this really unique and powerful way to learn.
So you've got these 2 super powerful streams running side by side. The obvious question is, how do you keep them from messing with each other? The answer is a simple but absolutely non-negotiable firewall. And I can't stress this enough. This is the most critical protocol in the entire system. It's there to protect your privacy and to keep the whole thing from falling apart.
This firewall has 3 distinct layers that keep everything organized. First, you've got the Cannon layer. That's for all the fiction, all the lore, anything that's part of the story. Then there's the Study layer, which is for pure, hard facts. And finally, there's the Author layer. That's your private sandbox, a space just for your notes and ideas. This separation is everything.
And this right here, this slide really gets to the heart of it. The Cannon layer just needs to be internally consistent. The stories have to make sense within their own world. But the Study Engine layer, that has to be factually accurate to the real world. No exceptions. It's this strict separation that lets you be unbelievably creative on one hand and rigorously academic on the other. It's the best of both worlds.
All right, let's dive into that first stream, the Cannon Engine. Now, this isn't just a bunch of random stories. Oh, no. It is a fully realized universe with its own set of metaphysical laws that are just as solid and consistent as our own laws of physics. And this is the master equation of the entire OX universe. It looks a little complicated, but the idea behind it is incredibly simple. Nothing is ever truly created or destroyed. It's only transformed. It means that for every single action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, which creates this perfectly balanced, self-regulating system.
This phrase right here is the fundamental survival principle. It means that any system, anything at all, that stops adapting, that stops changing, will eventually decay and die. Think about it. A starship crew that just uses the same old tactic over and over, they're gonna fail. But a crew that innovates, that allows information and strategy to flow, they'll thrive. It's literally evolution, but hard-coded into the physics of the universe.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates the engine that drives that universal flow. You can think of it like a cosmic dance. For every act of creation, of building, what we call code, there is an equal and opposite reaction of undoing and balancing. That's anti-code. It's this constant push and pull that keeps the entire universe in motion.
So what happens when something breaks, when a system goes haywire? Well, that's where the Socratic algorithm comes in. It's like the universe's built-in repair system. When any system, whether it's a single person or an entire planetary government, hits a crisis, this 3-step process kicks in automatically to force it to self-correct and get back in balance.
Okay, so we've explored the Cannon. Now, let's switch gears and look at the other core component, the Study Engine. This is where the DUA system transforms from a cool story world into a seriously powerful tool for real-world learning.
So the Study Engine uses this really clever trick called the mirror principle to make learning, well, way more interesting. It takes real-world academic subjects and puts this creative spin on them, borrowing from the Cannon. So, for example, instead of just memorizing reaction mechanisms in organic chemistry, you might explore limbic alchemy and frame a catalyst as some kind of rare artifact. The story gives your brain this intuitive hook, which makes the real-world science behind it so much easier to understand and remember.
But here's the crucial part. It's so important to remember that while the framing is creative, The content underneath is always 100% factually accurate. The study engine will always prioritize real-world learning, so you can be absolutely sure that you're getting correct, up-to-date information. The story is a tool for learning. It's not a replacement for the facts.
So now you get it. You understand the basics of the DuoSource system. You see how the two streams work, which means it's time to take control. You are the architect now. The possibilities are, quite literally, endless.
Because the real magic, the true power of the DuoSource system, happens when you're the one bringing those two streams together. It's where creativity and analytical learning meet, and it is all in your hands.
As the architect, you can now create and learn in a way that's never really been possible before. You can build entire worlds that follow their own logical physics, and at the same time, use those worlds as a mental laboratory to master the physics of our own. Your job is to weave these two threads together, using story to make facts stick and using facts to make your stories feel real, all while maintaining that all-important firewall.
So there you have it. Your new OS is installed. It's up and running. The cursor is blinking. The only question left is, what will you create first?